Good evening, everyone. This is PyroFalkon. Welcome back to PyroFalkon Plays SimCity 2013. One of these days, I'm just going to start giving my real name, and since all of you already know it, but anyway. So we are here in Leadozer, new game session, which means new color scheme. Have we done vintage? I don't think we've done vintage. Weird. That's intense. So we're here in Leadozer, making an hourly profit, as we try to get rich Sims to commute out. Now, I've had a lot of you tell me that rich Sims do not commute. I'm just making sure the cities are actually connected. I've been told that rich Sims don't commute, they don't take the train. That sucks. And I swore they did, so that's why I'm sort of going ahead with this experiment anyway. I'm going to continue packing rich Sims into the city, and if it turns out that they actually don't commute out, then that's fine. We'll just go back to England and make some get some rich people going on. And I did my volume test, and my voice sounds a little deeper than usual, and I have no idea why. I only woke up about 3 hours ago, so maybe that's why. But anyway, I actually feel healthy, so whatever. Okay, so as you saw from the video, or from the title card, if you looked at the title card, today's topic is me revisiting the next generation. What? Why? Because it's straight? Like, I don't have any place to put... I'm actually kind of out of room unless I destroy my oil well and bring the main road, Main Street, all the way down here, because it seems... I don't know. It'd be a little too crowded if I just try to stick some rich people around here. But you know what? Let's try. Like I said, fuck it. Since I am just basically experimenting with this game at this point. In fact, what I will do, actually... Let's just destroy this road. Just a little bit. Now they shouldn't have a problem with it. Alright, so... so after... I've changed my views a little bit on the next generation. Okay, Ghost Robo did a video where he tried to talk about the benefits of what the Xbox One could have done, and I'm gonna kind of go off on a tangent here. I tend to be really impulsive, to the point where I'm stupid, and it's actually caused me problems in relationships and such, but anyway. I did this video, because Ghost Robo basically did this whole thing about how Microsoft shouldn't have jumped the gun with canceling the DRM and all that stuff in the 180, and I made this half-hour, like, I took his video and I chopped it up, basically made a clip show of Ghost Robo's video. And then I made my response video. It was a half-hour long. It was tons of interesting things, giving my opinion on the state of the whole game industry and the next gen and everything. And when it was all said and done, when the half-hour was done of me recording, I looked at the clock and it was like midnight. And I started mashing the videos together, but I was tired, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to do this. I think I suck, and I'm not going to finish this off. So I wound up deleting the entire shoot. I deleted everything that I did of Ghost Robos, the editing, and I deleted my response. And afterwards, like the next day, I felt like an idiot, because what I had said was pretty good. Or, you know, I mean, it was my opinion anyway. And I shouldn't have just destroyed it just because I was tired. But, again, I tend to be impulsive. But anyway, my general feeling of the next generation, as far as Microsoft is concerned, Even though Microsoft did their 180 and they're not requiring the suicide check, they're not requiring DRM and all that. My feeling with Microsoft's whole deal is that they destroyed a trust. And that's the thing. When you buy a product, most people, when they buy a product, they don't buy just the product. There is a trust with the company. And now some people don't, and you may be those who don't. And again, no offense intended to any of you guys, but younger people tend not to care so much. They see a product, they just want the product, and they don't care about any of the other BS that's attached to it. But the trust thing is really important. One of my favorite business stories is New Coke, because in the 90s, Coca-Cola decided that they would totally replace the old Coca-Cola formula with New Coke. Because they had done a lot of tests, they have done blind taste tests, they did a lot of customer surveys and all that, just like Microsoft did. And the people that they tested overwhelmingly liked the new formula. So they thought, okay, well, we'll just do the new formula, everybody will be happy. Well, the thing is, again, there's a trust that's built up, and if you are a heavy Coke user, you trust that the product is going to taste a certain way. So when they introduced New Coke, a lot of the Coca-Cola people rebelled. And they rebelled because it's not their product anymore. It's New Coke. What the hell is this stuff? So Coca-Cola first tried to cram it down everybody's throats, and then that didn't work. And then they tried just doing this campaign to make everybody realize how awesome it was, and that didn't work. And then they tried calling it Coke 2. No, I take that back. They kept calling it Coke, but they brought the old formula back and called it Coke Classic. That didn't work. Then they called the original formula Coke, and then the New Coke, and that still didn't work, and no one bought it. Because even though they did the taste tests, and even though they said, okay, this thing tastes better than the original, people who buy Coke don't just buy Coke for the taste, they buy it for the nostalgia, they buy it for the memories, they buy it for the trust of the formula, they buy it for what they grew up with, because, as humans, we tend to attach ourselves to things and memories and such, and we don't like change. So, now, like, one of the things Ghost Robo said was that not all change is bad, and I agree with him, but not all change is good either, and that's the problem here. And what Microsoft did was they New Coked us. They said, here's a whole bunch of stuff, and it's our way, and you have to deal with it. And that's why we rebelled, because in Ghost Robo's video he mentioned that that he doesn't know whether it was Microsoft's PR team or who screwed it up, and part of my response was, well, that was it. That was hitting the nail on the head. It was Microsoft's PR team, because let's not forget the just deal, hashtag just deal with it. Let's not forget the fact that until E3 was over, Microsoft was sticking by their guns and ignoring what the normal people were saying. And to me, that shows a lack of trust from Microsoft to us. I mean, Microsoft was treating all of its Xbox users as potential criminals, and they wanted, as potential software pirates. And they wanted everything that had to do with the Xbox on their terms, their rules. Kinect always had to be on. The microphone always had to be on. You always had to do the suicide check. You always had to have DRM their way. And it was a slap in the face to the consumers who actually buy your product. Because the people who are going to pirate are going to pirate. And you can try to stop them, that's fine. But the people who... they're not going to buy from you anyway. People don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a pirate. I've been buying from Microsoft for years, but now I'm not going to buy from them anymore, and I'm just going to be a pirate. I might be upset at Microsoft, but I'm not going to steal their stuff. I just won't pay attention to them, which really is worse for a business if you're simply not paid attention to. Anyway, all that aside, that's why IGN Entertainment did a poll asking, will you buy an Xbox 360 now that they reversed themselves? And like 40,000 people responded to the poll, and over half of them said no, because even though Microsoft has reversed itself, the trust is gone. And again, they're so disingenuous. The company, Microsoft, is so disingenuous when it comes to consumer feedback that after it was over, they said, thank you everyone, your input has helped us shape the way the Xbox One will be. That's not true. It isn't our input. What they should have done was apologized, called themselves idiots for even considering this stupidity, and then moved on with their day. And it was the disingenuousness that has been the source of the problem. Like, if Microsoft wanted to stand up and say, you know what, we understand that this is going to affect casual gamers. However, we want the hardcore gamers. We want the people who have broadband. We want the people who are gaming 24/7. We don't care about the casuals. They can go to Nintendo. If Microsoft had stood up and said that, I would have actually respected them more, because at least they would have been honest with their goals, and they wouldn't have been condescending to the people who actually buy their product. Because that's the thing. I mean, you can make an argument that the Xbox 360 is for super hardcore shooter fan gamers who are into the competition. You can say that, you can make the argument that Nintendo is only for casual gamers and families. You can make the argument that PlayStation is sort of in the middle. And that seems to be where the fans are divided in general. So if Microsoft wanted to target them, and if they said up front that that's who they wanted to target, then I think it would have gone over a little better. Because then they could have also stuck with their guns, and they could have went ahead and let the Xbox One be released as they originally planned, because they were because they would say blatantly, well, we understand your concerns, but we need to do it our way, because we are targeting this section of the audience, and this section needs to be targeted a certain way. So it was mostly a marketing problem to me for Microsoft, and it sucks, but I mean, they have to learn their lesson, and the way they're going to learn their lesson for me is I'm not going to buy one until IGN Entertainment makes me buy one. So, and really, I've looked at the exclusives list for Microsoft, and there's nothing I can't live without, and I don't care. But now turning to the PlayStation 4. I'd said in a previous video that I would not buy a PlayStation 4, and I would need at least 4 good reasons to buy one, 4 games I felt I could not live without. And as of 2 days ago, I went into GameStop and pre-ordered one. Yeah, it's the first console I've pre-ordered since, I believe, the PlayStation 2. So I have my 4 reasons. One of those reasons, I have a poster on my wall now, in fact, because I pre-ordered Watch Dogs. That is definitely one game I cannot live without. The more I see the trailers, the more I want it. The more I want it now. And so, yeah. My other 2 big reasons are The Division, which I did not realize even existed until a coworker of mine told me about it. And because I'm a huge Tom Clancy fan anyway, and the idea of a third-person shooter, or like an open-world third-person shooter, is really intriguing. What? Okay. And the other reason is Metal Gear Solid 5. Huge fan of the Metal Gear series. I was always going to get that one. First, I had someone actually tell me that that Metal Gear Solid 5 is exclusive to Xbox, and then I had GameStop tell me it wasn't, so I don't know who got what information mixed up with who, but whatever. But anyway, that all aside, my 4th reason is actually a strange reason. My 4th reason is not anything that the Xbox, or anything that PlayStation itself is going to do. It's because that one of the things that the PlayStation 4 is going to require us to do is purchase PlayStation Plus in order to play online. Sort of like catching it up to what Xbox Live is doing. And that's fine. I think it's fair. Costs are rising, obviously. Costs always rise. And, besides, the PlayStation Plus program is I think $5 a month. I mean, it's less than what Xbox Live is, which is fine. But more to the point, IGN released a report because I knew that PlayStation Plus actually gave away free games, but I didn't realize the extent of the free games they gave away. And IGN released a report that said that in the 1 year the PlayStation Plus has been giving away games, they've given away, I think, 62 games, and the total value is over $1,000. And, I mean, that's crazy. And then even crazier is that I read what games have been given away for free, and those are some super high-quality, like, AAA titles. And I didn't realize it was that good. If I had realized the deal was that good, I probably would have gotten PlayStation Plus earlier, because I still don't have it. I mean, I still don't have it, because I hadn't seen the point since I don't play much on the PlayStation. So, but now I'm thinking about getting it just for that sake. And so that's sort of my fourth collective reason for caring about the PlayStation 4, because I want those games, and I mean, I can Let's Play them, and I can just enjoy them, and God knows I spend enough money every month on gaming, so anything that to offset how much I spend is great, and free games help offset it. So those are my 4 reasons. So I put $100 down on GameStop and $5 down on Watch Dogs, and now I'm just waiting for the PlayStation 4 to come out. I do have a PlayStation Network ID. Like I said, I'm not part of PlayStation Plus yet, but in case you want to add me, it's PyroFalkon. No numbers. Spelled the same way on my channel, obviously. If you do add me, it might take me a while to accept it because, like I said, I only very rarely play on my PlayStation. I don't think I've turned it on. Like, Rachel has turned it on a lot since she's doing a Let's Play of Final Fantasy 13, but I have not played it in a while. I haven't played anything on my PlayStation in a while, so it might take me a while to accept your response, or your friend request or whatever, but I will accept any friend request if you guys are so inclined to add me. So yeah, I don't know. I said I wasn't going to get one. I've pre-ordered one. It's really no surprise to anybody who knows me. I mean, I am a gamer, and, you know, even though my passion is slowly starting to wane, it's not gone, and, you know, I knew I would get it. I knew I would get one of them, and frankly, Watch Dogs is just so freaking amazing looking, anyway, that I can't wait for it. So yeah, and again, I hope you guys don't think I'm hypocritical, because, you know, I've been nothing but honest with you guys. These are my opinions, for better or for worse, and just, I don't know, I don't like what Microsoft did. And, you know, the other thing that scares me about Microsoft, they said with their 180 on their policies, that they've simply patched it out on a, you know, day one patch. I mean, what's to stop Microsoft from patching it back in 6 months or a year or something? It's just, it's bad. Some of the features aren't so bad. Some of the features sound cool that they took away, like the game lending to friends. But, you know, the problems are solved. Like, Ghost Robo had mentioned that he... his weakest argument, in fact, to me, was he had said, and by the way, I'll put his video down in the video description. He had said something like, he has a friend in Michigan. Well, now what is he going to do if he wants his friend to play this one game? Because under the old policy, you could just call him up and say, hey, check out this game, and then do the game sharing thing. And now Ghost Robo, quote, had said, what am I going to do? Drive up there with the disc for 4 hours and give him the disc? And I'm like, no, he can go rent it, because DRM doesn't exist now. And that's, you know, to me that was Ghost Robo's weakest argument. It's like, okay, it kind of, I get how cool it could be that you could, you know, share games with each other, but without the restrictions, now you can just go rent them, you know? Gamefly is not going to lose its business now, so whatever. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, Lee. I've been talking this whole time, and there have been 33 abandoned buildings in your town's namesake. And I said I wasn't going to forget, and here I have forgotten. I'm sorry. Let's try to turn that icon back to its normal dark blue-gray. Yeah. So I have a few other projects in the works for this channel. Probably won't get to them for a while. Oh, jeez, what the hell? Okay, well, actually, I'll save that blathering for the next episode. So, thanks for watching, guys. Comment, whatever. If you want to see me try those videos again where I or try the technique of responding to people and chopping up videos and crap, let me know. Because I figured you guys want to see Let's Plays, not vlogs, but I don't know. I've long since decided to make a hybrid channel, I guess, so whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I look forward to your comments. Bye.